move on to the next part, which is to celebrate a few people, a few individuals in our midst who actually have done great science in the last few years. And we're going to award not one, not two, but 3 of these awards. They're not going to be done by me, but the first of these is going to be awarded by Jan de Boer of NWO Domain Science.
All right, welcome everyone. It's a great honor for me to award the Athena Award tonight to a physicist. This is the corresponding statue. I should also say I'm filling in for someone who was supposed to do this honorable job, but who fell sick yesterday. In any case, what's the Athena Award? So the Athena Award is a prize given to an excellent female researcher who stands out, and by standing out, who serves as a role model for the wider community. And I think we all realize how important it is to have role models, especially female role models in our community, because the numbers in our community are still not what they're supposed to be. We saw the little Kahoot poll just now, and I think the numbers were 164 female versus 390 male. If you compute that ratio, it gets even worse if you go to more senior staff, because among professors, less than 20% at this moment in the natural sciences is female. So in NWO, every year we hand out 2 of these Athena Awards. Each Athena Award is worth 50,000 euros, which you can spend freely in any way that you want on research. Which is an important little comment. Like, you could also do other interesting, fun things with 50,000 euros. I'm sure you can all imagine a few. We also decided to hand out this Athena Award during the physics conference, when it's going to go to a physicist, because we try to hand out these awards at the relevant conferences so that your friends and your colleagues and your peers can celebrate this award together with you. Tonight's award goes to an absolutely excellent female scientist who has a very impressive early career track record. She is widely acknowledged as being incredibly inspirational, creating high-impact science, being a great mentor for her team, and also in all these ways really serving as a role model. Moreover, she has done a lot of work in engaging the public in her research. So without much ado, I would like to invite tonight's awardee on the stage, which is Monika Moshibrodska. Please join me. Here you go.
Thank you very much.
And here are some flowers to come along. And the first thing we always want to know when we give a prize to someone is, what do you feel right now?
First of all, thank you very much. It's wonderful. I always wanted to have this kind of statue. I feel wonderful. I'm really happy and thrilled. And I would like to take this opportunity to, of course, thank my peers for nominating me for this award. But not only for that, I would like to thank them for support for many years when I was working as like an invisible scientist. So thank you very much.
Thank you. And maybe we have very little time and a very busy evening schedule, but maybe you want to briefly tell us something about the work that you're doing. I think you were involved in this super famous picture of the black hole that billions of people saw, and I'm sure Gideon he really likes that picture, right, Gideon? Yeah.
Yes. So my work is focused on studying interaction of matter and light around very exotic objects that have a very strong gravity around supermassive black holes. And this kind of research is mainly inspired by recent breakthroughs in the field of astrophysics, where we can actually take pictures, very high-resolution pictures of supermassive black holes in our galaxy, in the center of our galaxy, in the Milky Way, but also in a galaxy far, far away called M87. So that's what I do for a living. I study these black holes, and perhaps one day we can learn something new about laws of physics from these observations and modeling the sources.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
And maybe one last quick question, since this is an award which is, among others, supposed to help diversity. Maybe you want to share one or two words from your personal experience about the importance of having female researchers in the field and having role models.
Yes, this is really important topic. I've been working in this field for a few years now, and I know how minorities feel, how sometimes excluded they can feel. I really, if we want to change this culture, we have to have these role models. You know, having role models is like a snowball effect, right? The more we have them, the more minorities and women especially we can attract to science. And I think this will be just better for the field. We will have more ideas. So I hope all the minorities and women in this room agree with me.
Great, thanks. I think we all recognize what you said, and we all should all take it on board even strongly after tonight. I have one more small final announcement to make, which is that we have another round of prizes that we would like to hand out next year. So I would encourage everyone here that if you know an excellent scientist, if you know an excellent team of scientists, please nominate them for one of these 5 awards that are listed here. These are the 5 awards that the science domain currently has in offer. The deadline to nominate people for these awards is on June 15. So, you know, this is a call to action. It would be nice if lots of physicists would get these prizes. So by all means, nominate a bunch of physicists for these prizes. And to conclude, let's give one final round of applause to Monica for this fantastic achievement. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, Jan. And again, congratulations to Monica, who said that she felt like an invisible scientist. I'm sure she's a little bit less invisible now with all these people in attendance, so congratulations again. Now, I promised that in this second part of our evening program, we would not just do one of these awards, but we would do 3 of them. So we're going to move on to the next 2 awards. And in order to send these out, I'm going to ask on stage Kobus Kuipers of the Dutch Physics Council.
Thank you, Gideon. I stand here as the chair of the Dutch Physics Council, which is the body that represents and promotes academic physics, both education and research. In other words, we try to work hard to make all your lives better, either your career paths, the infrastructure that you have, the conditions for finding a job. And it's my pleasure that it's the 3rd time that I've been able to hand out these awards. But now first a housekeeping message. People who nominate, you have until October 1st of this year to nominate people for both these awards. Okay, the first award is the Erevest Afanasieva Thesis Prize. And it recognizes an outstanding thesis in physics. And in addition to eternal glory, it comes with 5,000 euros that you can spend at leisure. In addition, there's a statue, and tomorrow all prize winners will also give an oral presentation in a special session. So, this year the jury was very impressed with all nominations, and that's why there are, in addition to the winner, 2 honorable mentions. And the first honorable mention is Andrea Cordado from the NWO Institute Amhof. Andrea. Somewhere. And the other honorable mention is Brian Moser from also an NWO Institute, Nikev. Andrea. Brian. But there can only be one winner. And her thesis title was, and I hope I get this right, optically addressable spins in silicon carbide and related 2D materials, the role of symmetry, and spin-orbit coupling. Wow. The jury compliments her on the creative combination of established methods from group theory and experimental spectroscopy, which led to new ways to interpret her results. She has shown an inner drive to find answers to both relevant but also curiosity-driven why questions. And this led to new directions in the research field of quantum technology. Her work provides new tools relevant for a wide range of new material classes. And in addition, this vision was combined with outreach activities that shows that she is a highly versatile scientist. Drum roll. And the winner is Carmen Gilardoni from Groningen University. Carmen, come up to the street.
Thank you.
From the group of Casper van der Wal. So Carmen, here's the statue.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Put it here. Thank you.
So it was clear, Carmen, that the jury liked your entire thesis. But what for you was the highlight in your thesis?
Yeah, that's a very hard question. There's different parts with things that I like for different reasons. But I think I would have to say that the last experimental chapter in my thesis is my favorite one for a few reasons. One is that it was actually an experimental demonstration of something that we had predicted theoretically, and that was really nice. But the other was that it was a culmination of a collaboration between different groups and with colleagues in Groningen, and everyone knows that our work doesn't happen in a vacuum, right? I was very lucky to be incredibly supported by a lot of collaborators, a lot of colleagues in Groningen, and most of all by my supervisor, Casper, who is somewhere around and has been just a gift to me. So, yeah, it was a nice way to end it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So congratulations again.
Thank you
Big
very
hand
much.
for Carmen.
Thank you.
So the next award is the Minerva Award. And this award goes to an outstanding female or non-binary physicist with an overall performance that excels in the Netherlands in any subfield of physics. Theory, experiment, at the university, at the University Medical Center, at a research institute, including TO2 institutes, or at the Universities of Applied Sciences, in Dutch HBO. And the prize is a tribute. And the laureate will serve as an inspiration example to others. It's also important to mention that this is not just a Physics Council prize. It is a joint prize together with the NWO, the Dutch Physics Society. And again, the prize comes with 5,000 euros that you can spend at leisure. A statue and the opportunity to give an oral presentation tomorrow in a special session. The winner obtained her PhD in 2022. She made a big impression as she spearheaded measurements on the first quantum dot qubits made in an industrial clean room. So not our little fabby thing, but a true proper industrial clean room. And her achievements made headlines all around the world. She was the first to shuttle electron spin over multiple qubits. And in addition to doing all this beautiful science, she clearly was a talent for outreach, education, and science communication. She gave interviews in national radio, for newspapers, podcasts, attended public events, gave talks, blog posts, and even contributions to the high school curriculum. It's clear that this multi-talent is a promising physicist and a great winner of the Minerva Prize. Drum roll. And the winner is Annemarije Zwerver. And Annemarije comes to us from the QTech Institute in Delft, from the group of Lieve van der Sijven. Annemarije.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. So,
you.
could you, whoops, sorry. Can you tell us a little bit of your science and how it was to communicate that to the public at large?
Sure, thank you so much. I'm still a bit overwhelmed by your beautiful words. My science was indeed done on quantum computation, on spin qubits and semiconductor quantum dots. And a couple of years ago, we moved substrate to silicon, and a lot of people said this is very advantageous because this is compatible with the semiconductor industry, but no one had actually demonstrated this. So this would be advantageous because there would be a higher sample yield, like instead of 1% would be 99%, and higher uniformity. And together with Intel, we did a lot of iterations, and it took years. But eventually, we demonstrated quantum dots and even qubits in these substrates, indeed made by an industrial clean room, and demonstrated that indeed it was compatible.
And how, after you obtained these results, how did you share that with the world at large?
So first of all, I couldn't have done it alone. I did it with amazing colleagues and a fantastic supervisor who gave me all the opportunity to do the research and in the questions that I wanted, but also do this outreach. It was born from my fascination for quantum. I actually just wanted to share the counterintuitive quantum concepts with the world. And that actually grew. The radio picked it up, and then someone else picked it up, and then I thought it would be interesting to make research more accessible, also to enthusiasm more women to go into science. And one of the reasons for this is actually that, well, for an example, 6 months ago I was at a conference, and I presented a poster on this work, not on this work with Intel, but I wrote a paper with Intel, and this guy comes to me and he's like, "Oh, are you on this poster?" And I said, "Yes, yes." And he said, "Oh, where?" And I'm the first author. And he said, "Oh, no way. You have the exact same name as the guy who wrote the Intel paper."
I think as a community we have still far to go if I hear something like this.
I thought it was funny, but yeah.
Thanks for sharing that one.
Thank you.
So, again, big hand.
Thank you very much, Kobus and Jan, for awarding these awards to these prestigious physicists.